Howdy folks, welcome back to the Red Pearls of Borneo. The game's had another update and I see a thing down here. Aha! Interesting. Okay, so that is similar to this. It's the same as this, it's just down here, which is where I wanted it. The game's basically, because I'm pretty sure my playthrough is, or at least was, maybe it's not anymore, but is or was the only playthrough of the game on YouTube, and so it's probably the most feedback the developer is getting about things like UI and stuff like that. So between like each time I'm recording, the UI has changed a whole bunch because I'm like, oh, it'd be nice if it had this and if it had this. Don't know if anything else has changed. Oh, it also highlights the whole column as well. That is hilarious. I love it. It's great. It's like I'm like helping to design the game, but without having to do any work. I just like say things and they happen. It's like any person that plays games, it's like their dream is that they can just say what they want the game to do and the game will do it. Okay, what I want next is I want this to become a first-person exploration game. I should just like describe some kind of like dream. It's gonna be it's gonna be like a Zelda-like, but better than Zelda with better puzzles. Okay, could you? I think it could just do with a bit more Zelda and better, and like puzzles better than Zelda's normal puzzles. If you could just add that in, okay. I look forward to playing it in a few days when there's the new update. Okay. Anyway, all right. So there is now a way of doing this. I guess it's like just another drop down, but it appears at the side. I think it probably will help in the sense that like I'm more likely to look down here. I do think there's a slight issue with because of this like kind of responding to my feedback and then adding UI. I think we're sort of ending up with more redundant UI than like with everything that's added. But I mean, maybe that'll change. Maybe we'll be like, okay, clearly this is nice, and so we'll just get rid of this other thing or whatever. I guess depending on how people respond to it. Anyway, this is definitely nice. Very nice. What does somebody point out? Oh yeah, somebody pointed out in my comments that I guess the times don't really have to be repeated for each one, so that would compress the list a fair bit. Like if you just said 3 o'clock. So, I should stop talking about the UI. I genuinely, when I'm saying these things, this is a message to the developer who I know is watching. You don't have to make the changes, it's fine. Although I also appreciate it that you are making the changes, and I get that it's probably a case of like, oh yeah, like you're watching a thing and you're like, that would be good, so like why not change it slightly or whatever. So in that sense, I'm glad the feedback's going to be useful. Anyway, I don't fully remember where we got to last time. Did we finally do... Oh, we didn't do the clubhouse? Maybe we didn't have everything for that yet? I remember doing this with the reinforcements. The most strongly thing she has is, I'll go see Teresa, that's where I will be if you need me. What are you talking about? You can't do that, forget her, it's 2 in the morning. So did we wonder, I think we did check whether Teresa was like still in the veranda. I mean, I could double check, but pretty sure. In fact, in that previous one that I was just on, which was the study, did you not say like Jiro past the veranda? Yeah, so unless you did actually go in there, I don't think there's going to be anything here. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I'm still in study. That'll be why. But, I mean, I think it's still not going to work with either of those. Yes, okay. And how many people do we have right now? It's just this. Okay, we just need Vitalita? Was that your name? Something like that. I think I'm saying your name different every single time. We've got these items. Do we have any more items? Sorry, I'm having to remind myself. We do have a lot more items. Okay. Okay. And do I remember where I got these from? Okay. I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out. So some stuff happened in the clubhouse. Is this where they click? Because this is where they were smoking, right? Or yeah, here. But did they click on the thing here? Ooh, that's gonna be hard to tell. I have to look for like the text that. No, I think it was actually in the scene I was just in, right? I assume I can't still. Yeah, I can't click on those though. Like, about to talk about UI again. Like, I guess the trouble now is that there's now like that, and that are all lists of the locations. It's quite a lot of lists of locations. Anyway, back to that scene here. It was here. Checks reports, but it's on the body, I think. Empty blue vial and pockets it, terrified. He places his own opium pipe on the floor next. Okay, so Jiro, we know it's your opium pipe. Yes, okay. But I can't like just do anything from that, right? I have to like. Do I have to? I can't quite remember. Maybe it says in here, help. Focusing on an item. But like, I guess the thing that I'm unsure about is, does like clicking on the item tell me the places I can focus it, or do I have to know? I don't remember how it worked in the very first scene. Like, did the game tell me that? Like, did the tutorial tell me that I was supposed to use the rotary, or like sense the rotary telephone in the study? Or was it like just the very fact that I had the rotary telephone told me I could use it in the study? Because like, I can't remember. It's either I clicked on this and it said like, oh, study, and I was like, okay, I guess I have to check that in the study, or the tutorial told me to use it in the study, and then that added an item to here. I guess I would have been told to do this one, and then I got the rotary telephone, and then I used it on this. But again, I don't know whether I found that through this list or whether I had to focus it. I'm guessing I had to focus it. There's a lighter here. Do I remember where I got that from? This game definitely feels like it's better suited for playing like a lot all at once, which is not how I play games. Usually, I usually play like maybe an hour, and then a few days later play another hour. I almost never want to end up at the map anymore. I've got this, so never click that button. My other reason for suggesting that this thing would be like here, like right in the corner, is because then, I mean, you could make some other adjustments as well, but then this could literally match exactly the UI here. So I'm basically just lifting this up and seeing other rows. Like I'm seeing one row of it, lifting it up, seeing more rows of it, and then having the name here would match the names being on the left here, and then I could click on the name, change it, or I could lift this up, click on the name, change it. It would be like equivalent. So it's like fully consistent, no like context dependent UI elements, whatever. Okay. I've got to remember what I was doing. I mean, there's also, so this is before they headed off, right? This is, yeah, the explosion happened. Sounded like an explosion. Goodwill, you lead the way. Do I think so in the clubhouse now, do I expect any of those items to have been there? Like, possibly. If Jiro was there, which we believe he was, right? Yes, okay. Partial echo from Opium Pipe. Instead of carnage, they find Dieter von Guntram, Edward Bonfire, and Jiro Tanaka bent over double, roaring with laughter. The room smells strongly of alcohol and singed hair. Jiro Tanaka, I told you the pressure was too high, Mr. Bonfire. I told you. So Mr. Bonfire instructed me to rig up a still to distill it, to give it a bit more kick. I thank you most kindly, sir. I'm very grateful for your generosity. Okay, so we're just seeing your part of the conversation. There's not even like question mark, question mark, question mark gaps. It's literally just, I guess there would be stuff in between. Well, okay, so doesn't this tell me everybody is then? But haven't I already guessed this? Maybe I didn't have Edward at the time. So then you and you. No. So I'm missing somebody somehow. But it was you and you that left the veranda. And then it just said that you three were there. Dieter von Guntram, Edward Bonfire, and Jiro. So somebody else went there. Oh, but Cannon also heard it and probably went there as well. Okay, so it's going to be this, 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 and this. Yes, there we go. Whew. I'm glad I just remembered that. Jeremiah Goodwill and Lucas Sterling burst into the clubhouse expecting the worst. So Carnage, yep, this bit. Ah, so it also only shows you the stage directions that have got Jiro in. Okay. What in thunder is going on in here? We thought something had finally landed. Presumably a slur for Japanese people. Edward Bonfire, wiping tears from his eyes. Oh, Jerry, not quite, old boy, just a minor technical difficulty. Yeah, a hitch. Grosser got... What? What a bang. Grosser got... Bigger... Well, not bigger. Gross is big. Maybe it is bigger. What a bang. I told you the pressure was too high, Mr. Bonfire. I told you. Explain yourselves and be quick about it. Well, you see, Vitalina was complaining that she missed her vodka. And Dieter here had all this cornbran lying around. Cornbran is a German brand of grain spirits, okay. So Mr. Bonfire instructed me to rig up a still to distill it, to give it a bit more kick. A surprise for the fair Vitalina. So they were distilling the cornbrand, okay. It was a marvelous surprise, very loud. You should have leveled the bally... Sorry, you could have leveled the bally? What does that mean? The bally clubhouse. You could have burned us all to a cinder. Details, details. Everyone's intact. And look. The bonfire holds up a small glass of clear liquid. We managed to save a solitary tot for the lady. Okay, so they did get something out of it. Jeremiah Goodwill sighs, the tension leaving his shoulders. He shakes his head, suppressing a grin. You're all stark raving mad, the lot of you. I think I'm going to fit in here just fine. Okay, that was Lucas. When you've quite calmed down and made yourselves presentable, dinner will be served. You may all join us in the dining room. We've got another place. Jiro, you can join us too if you wish. It's the least I can do for my friends here, dragging you into their folly. So you're like people that eat at 8 o'clock or whatever. I think you can categorize people by when they... I mean, of course you can. By when they eat dinner. By when it connects to like other aspects of personality. I'm an early eater, like 6 o'clock. Whereas like whenever I'm like staying somewhere where people eat at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, I'm like, what the heck? I have to like survive another 2-3 hours without eating. I don't know how people do it. I guess those people tend to have, I mean, I guess I do have quite early lunches as well. Sometimes even before 12. So maybe that adds to it. But like, usually between 12 and 1 is when my lunch is. I think that's pretty common. Anyway, I thank you most kindly, sir. I'm very grateful for your generosity. Wait, where were we? Okay. Okay, so Jiro wouldn't normally be invited, but you're saying, okay, because of all this, you can come along as well. Thank you most kindly, sir. I'm very grateful for your generosity. Kind of finally scrambles onto the scene. Okay, so you weren't actually there immediately, but sure, okay. You're a tad late to the party, my good man. What on earth kept you? I crave your pardon, Chuan Bessar. I was all the way on the other side of the plantation by the jungle entrance. No, you weren't. You were at the workers' quarters, you liar. What happens? Is everyone alright? Everything is ship-shape cannon, as you were, old chap. Everyone leaves towards the dining room, leaving Canan standing alone and puzzled by what he witnessed. I shall return to my round, shall I? Well, poor Canan doesn't get an explanation of what happened. So, actually, I assume I can also do... Oh, they're still highlighted. Is that just because they were highlighted before? Yeah, it's kept them all highlighted still. Bit odd, but I mean, I do want them highlighted, but I want to do it from scratch. So I think they're going to be there, yeah. So in fact, they probably never left. Oh wait, no, you left at some point. Okay. Over bonfire and Dieter von Guntram strut into the room. Dieter von Guntram is waving a bottle of cornbread around the air. Aha, the master craftsman at work. How goes the Enterprise, Jiro? Tightening valve. It's coming along, just finishing the condenser coil. Wait, when did you start talking about then? Maybe another day? Maybe this has been a long project. The setup is a marvel of improvisation. A large pressure cooker sits atop a gas burner connected to a water-cooled bucket acts as a condenser while no wonder it exploded. Wunderbar! It looks strictly scientific. It's crude but effective. Pour it in. Dieter von Guntram pours the clear spirit into the pressure cooker. Jiro Tanaka seals the lid and ignites the burner. They watch in anticipation. Slowly, a few clear drops drip from the copper tube into a jar. Is that it? A trickle? We'll be here all night. Distillation takes time, Chew and Bone. You can't rush physics. Nonsense. More heat, more pressure equals more speed. Edward Bonfire reaches for the gas dial. No, don't touch that. Just a tad more. Edward Bonfire cranks the flame. The cooker begins to shudder violently. Get down. The blows off with a deafening roar, filling the room with steam and alcohol vapor. There's definitely something funky about the, like, how short the scenes are and how they take up an entire hour. But, like, I guess, again, I have to assume that this starts at, like, 1855. But if that's the case, basically it seems like all the action in this game must happen between 18, like, the 55 minutes past the hour and 5 minutes past the hour. It's like it's all taking place within 10-minute intervals every hour. It feels like the only explanation for all the... Because all the scenes are short. None of them are like an hour long. But maybe I just need to suspend my disbelief. And just go, it's fine. These 2-minute conversations actually take an hour. Or something, I don't know. Okay, so we can probably also say that was Jiro just like here by himself? No. Oh wait, hold on, you're still selected for some reason. There's something going on with the selection there. I think there's a bug where it seemed like I deselected, but then it was treated as though I had reselected it, I think. Jiro Tanaka is alone in the clubhouse. He sits up on the bench, rubbing his temples, trying to shake off the last of the drug. Shimata, my head. Stupid idea, stupid idea. He stands up unsteadily and moves to the drinks cabinet. He pours himself a glass of water, splashing some on his face. Right, pull yourself together, Jiro. Focus. He looks at the corner of the room where a collection of copper pipes and pressure cooker are piled up. If I don't get this bloody thing still working, Chew and Bone will never let me hear the end of it. Jiro Tanaka rolls up his sleeves, picks up a wrench, and approaches the makeshift distillery equipment. Edward Bonfire and Dieter von Guntram can be heard laughing just outside the door. Yep, there we go. I mean, but maybe there's also... No, it doesn't add up. It definitely doesn't add up. Because, like, this can't be happening at the end of the hour. Because they're approaching, and then they enter. But then this also had to be the end of the hour. For the explosion and them all arriving in the next hour to work. So yeah, I just need to not even think about it. Okay. Time doesn't make sense here. Okay, so we have a lot for that location, Clubhouse, like every single hour so far. Well, I mean, you know, in this the early action here. I wonder how dense it's going to be. Or is it going to be, are there just going to be like pockets of story going on? Okay. So we still don't know. Well, so okay, what happened after this? Dinner, right? Yeah. Did they go straight to dinner? Maybe. Do I do this and then dining room? And there's like basically everybody there. You. I'm gonna reselect you. Would you be there? I don't know. Canan, would you be there? I'm not sure. You were kind of left behind at the thing, so I'm not sure. You probably wouldn't. You... Wait, ooh. Would both of them be there? That's kind of concerning. Oh, I mean, maybe I can do... Who did the pouch belong to? Oh, that was Lucas. Well, if Jiro's gone there, then Jiro's here? Hold on. Is there... Can I just do this? That will deselect them. Okay. Partial echo from Opium Pipe. Jeremiah Goodwill turns to Jiro to an echo. Don't think on it, sir. It was my own errors that led to the incident. I'll be more careful next time. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. Well, yeah, okay. We knew you two would be there. I mean... was there conversations about who would be eating here? A search feature would be very nice. Like a control F. I don't think you can do it. No. Wait, no. Okay. I just happened to click and then that popped up. No, they talked about it here. Okay. I mean, like, sure, let's just do an attempt at a good guess. Dining room here. So you I think are you joining them? The suspicious person? Why are they suddenly friends? You. Possibly everybody's there? Would you be there? I don't know. So like this? No. Yeah, I'm not sure I can say. I would definitely just be guessing at different random combinations of them. Maybe if I could see in the previous time where everybody else was. So what happens with Teresa at this point? She was here and then she stayed, right? Oh, 2 other women enter. That's the problem, is that I think it's... well, unless it's... Oh, I don't really have a good way of saying, do I? 2 other women. How would they say who they were? Do I have any items that belong to one of them? I don't think so. Unless it's, of course, the items I've got that I haven't identified the owner of. I don't remember where the lighter was. The empty vials from whoever's died. The lighter is from somebody, and the pearls. Who owns the pearls? What would be very handy is a reverse lookup. If I could see, like, where did I see this? Where did I see this? Is it when they were in the library chatting? Throws a bunch of pearls. Oh, who's the owner? You threw them, but I think they belong to Jeremiah ultimately. But I don't know if that's... I think maybe it just wants, like, who had them. So I think this? Okay. Oh, just notice, it's green instead of red. That's also changed. Yay! It's like one of those things where when it's working fine, you don't notice it. I guess that's happened a few times. Okay, so I guess I can also now basically see where... Did you pick them up again? Oh no. Are they just on the floor the whole time? If I just like do this, it's like, yes, the pearls are here. Wait, ooh. Okay, well, I think I just did something good. Cynthia Seville enters the library. She sees pearls scattered on the floor. Cynthia Seville kneels down and carefully picks them up, inspecting the reddish swirl in their luster. She shakes her head and places them into her blouse pocket. Cynthia Seville lights a cigarette and begins to work, her brow furrowed in concentration. I really must go and make myself presentable for dinner. It is wretchedly hot and I couldn't possibly appear in these damp things. Okay. Is that even partial? That might be the whole thing. Yeah, it is totally the whole thing. Since Cynthia Seville enters the library, she sees pearls scattered on the floor, kneels down, yeah. She walks over to the bookshelf and selects several heavy volumes. She sits at the desk, opens the briefcase she brought with her, and spreads out a series of ledgers. Cynthia Seville lights a cigarette and begins to work. Does she have a lighter? Her brow furrowed in concentration. She runs a finger down the column of expenses. They're hemorrhaging money, left, right, and centre. How much for drinks and opium? She slams the ledger shut. Document. There are documents? Rubs her temples. I really must go and make myself presentable for dinner. It is wretchedly hot, and I couldn't possibly appear in these damn things. Okay. Well, we've got a scene with her in it now. That's the first of those, I think. So it's not you arriving at the veranda because it's the same time. Okay, so I can count you out. And you're going somewhere else, presumably, not to the veranda to change. What was I going to do? Documents. Right, next to the letter we had at the start. Apparently it's possible to have more. I guess that makes sense. Plantation expenses, 1941. Goodwill plantation expenses. Oh dear. December. Tobacco operations. Coolie wages. So 150 per person is 3, I guess. What does coolie mean again? I don't remember. Fermentation shed repairs. Drying rags, fertilizer, sacking cloth and twine. I guess I'll just read through and see if there's anything of interest. Oh, is that a new location? Oh dear. Diving gear maintenance, shell cleaning acid, boat fuel, net repairs, compound stables, generator fuel, croquet, okay. Vet supplies, curriculum upkeep and pesticides. It's like £5, but like back then it's like a lot. Provisions, rice and staples, £85. So that was even more. Well, this is literally like hundreds of pounds, right? Of today's money. If not like, could even be like £600 worth or something. I don't know. That's a rough estimate. Let's do it. What do I search for in like currency inflation calculator UK? There we go. So £85 in, when are we? The 40s. There's 41. How much is that? How much would that be now? Calculates. Oh my gosh! My estimate was low. Oh my gosh, that's £3,759 worth of rice and staples. What the heck? How much of that do you need? Like, I get there's quite a few people here, but not that many. Unless, I guess, it's like stuff that'll last a long time, maybe. And maybe this is just once a year or something. Tinned meats and luxuries, like this also on top, another 3,000. Ice block delivery, £10. Entertainments, blah, blah, blah. Tax and levies. Okay. Income 320. Insolvency imminent. Assets liquidation recommended immediately. Okay. Well, yeah, your income is nowhere near your expenses. But what's on account? We don't know. Okay, so you're going to get changed. Where would you get changed? Now we have another location. Croquet lawn. Where would you get changed? Who's staying at the... Are there multiple guest houses? Like, can I say you? Yes, okay. I can. Cynthia Seville is heading to the guest room to freshen up before dinner. As she steps into the wash house, she feels a large stone wobble beneath her heel. Curious, she kneels it. Okay, she's now got the pearls and the pouch. Is it her that's died? Like, she's like picking up everything. I feel like it's going to be like, like all dangerous or cursed or something. Curious, she kneels and pries it loose. Underneath, she finds a heavy leather pouch. She opens it. Inside is a revolver, a small glass bottle with a biohazard label. Is it a blue bottle? It's blue. I mean, it doesn't have the label on it, but maybe it gets removed. On Earth, she pockets the biohazard sample. Oh no, it's a new item. I mean, I wouldn't pocket something that said biohazard on it. And the revolver, she takes the... Oh, wait, is the revolver an item too? I don't think it is. No. She takes an empty pouch and tosses it into the tall grass behind the wash house. Suddenly a loud explosion rocks the ground coming from the direction of the clubhouse. She watches impassively as cannon sprints from the worker quarters towards the source of the blast. Cynthia Seville smooths her dress calmly and heads back towards the dining room. Okay. Well, you've just taken the two very dangerous things. So Chekhov's revolver and Chekhov's biohazard sample. Okay, so that was you in the guest house. I'm okay. I've got to the point where I'm like comfortable enough with the game where I'm like now making some deductions that feel satisfying. Like, like because the pearls are still on the floor, I could like sense what's going on with those. But it's taken me quite a few hours to get to that point. Okay, so that's like where you are, which means we can definitely say, can I process, like I don't like process of elimination, but I wouldn't say it's beyond this game to expect me to do it. So can we figure out now who the two women would be, unless one of them is Vitalina? Obviously we know you're there, and then there's two other women. What were you up to, Asia? Well, you were at the not the guest house, the other one, the workers' quarters previously, not with another woman, but you could have met up with somebody on the way. And Loon is there as well. So hold on, so it's Teresa, so I think it must be Rose and, well, unless it's all four of these, would be a bit of a guess, but I don't think it is. I think it's going to be wrong. Yeah, and I think it's Rose and Vitalina, who we don't have yet. Okay. So then, yeah, I really wish this fit on one page, because it's hard to, like, I want to be able to, like, quickly visualize that, like, I also wish it said how many people were in each one or something, or it had their pictures. I know I've said this before, but like then it would be like really easy to see like who's allocated and who's not. In fact, the perfect thing for this would be, yep, they're all more compressed together. Move the time so there's only a single instance of each time at the top. And then have icons representing the people. I think little pictures could work. Like, as long as they're like, I don't need to be able to see any details, but as long as I can tell who each one is, that would be fine. I could imagine, maybe not that size, but that size, if all the squares were like that big, and it was like a 3x3 grid, so you could get up to like 9 people in there or whatever. I'm not sure what the most is. But little icons, and then if they're not assigned yet, then they appear at the top. So the time would be at the top with some icons next to it saying like, these are not assigned yet. And then I just like, and then everything would be compressed. And so just at a glance, this is like my whole work screen, basically. It was like, well, here's all my locations, here's all the times, here's all the people I haven't assigned, and I need to assign them somewhere, and here's all the people I have assigned. That would be beautiful. That would be the perfect way of representing this. And of course, I'd be able to like click on the location to jump to the other location, or click on the corresponding time. Like either way would work. Anyway, so Vitalina, still don't have a surname though for Vitalina. So we've got the dining room. Do we know? Yeah, I don't know who would be there still. I mean, okay. Wait, what was? Oh, okay, we got that other thing. Who owns this? I mean, the owner, I guess. Oh yeah, okay, this is a good point. The owner is you. Yes. Okay. Cool. Well, okay, I need to find where this lighter came from. I do not remember seeing it. Is it in the clubhouse at any point? It's also going to be hard to like make sure I don't skip over it. I don't think it's there. Did they not use a lighter here? Over a lamp, okay. Where did the lighter come from? Wasn't Asia meeting the German as well? Was it here? No. Library? Library? Aha! Jeremiah Goodwill and Ever Bonfire into the library. Jeremiah Goodwill opens a cigar box on the ornate ivory table, handing out a cigar to Edward Bonfire, lighting it up with his lighter. Lighting it up with Jeremiah's lighter. Inventory, lighter, Jeremiah. Oh, the thing didn't pop up. But it did work. Okay. Where did the empty blue vial... yeah, where did that come from? Oh no, that was on the body, right? Yeah, I know that. Okay, so that belongs to the dead person. Smells faintly of fish. Does that help me somehow? Which means I could also go to here and do... I guess I could probably get a few people's things and it might help me understand who else is in the scene. Like, so I already did this one and Jiro was there. And so we know Jiro and Jeremiah are there. Now how do I change? Do I have to click away and come back? Oh, I can click on somebody, it comes back. Then I'm going to expect that this is there as well. It is. Cynthia, oh yes, everyone has been wonderfully welcome, thank you. Wonderfully welcoming, thank you. I let the operator send out a telegram. I believe that will be good enough. I let the operator send out a telegram. You let them? Okay. Across the table rose Goodwill and a beautiful woman. Okay, so we can't actually do the scenes. We've got your name. Maybe it'll come up. Pouring wine for Cynthia Seville. Cynthia Seville. Oh, it's mostly paperwork, but the journey here from Sandokan was eventful. Well, yes, on the Straits steamship. Straits steamship was the main route for the Goodwill to transport goods and people from the mainland to Borneo. It was a regular route, but it was also a target for pirates. So we've got the glossary thing. The land below the wind. Okay, we'll read that next time, I think. Maybe. Cynthia Seville blushes under scrutiny, so somebody's scrutinizing you. I was under Jeremiah's protection, naturally. His legal affairs required my attention. I consider it merely a matter of duty. Lucas is correct, though. I shouldn't change a thing. I should never have met my intended otherwise. Never have met my intended otherwise. Don't know what that means. Yes, I'm due to be married when I return to the city. I've only been away 48 hours and I confess I missed him dreadfully. Okay, so you're getting married. Okay, and then in theory, I could also do this one. Yep. Jeremiah Goodwill, I want to welcome our unusual guest to our little gathering. I must admit I was very suspicious of the young man when he arrived, but one can see the true character of a man in his actions, okay? You're very gullible. Jeremiah Goodwill, I must say I was pleasantly surprised by the way he reacted to our little incident. I can see he has heart by how he protected Loon Goodwill and... I like how you're saying her full name. How he protected Loon Goodwill. I always refer to my children by their full name. And gumption with how he didn't hesitate to run to the clubhouse. Of course, it turned out to be a false alarm, but he did not know that at the time. Jeremiah Goodwill picks up his glass. Anyway, I just wanted to give a toast to the young man and welcome him to the plantation. To Lucas. Cheers. I hope we have made you feel welcome so far, Miss Seville. And did you manage to reach out to your colleagues to let them know you've arrived safely? That's the telegram. Splendid. Let's enjoy the evening then. Cheers. Jero, sorry about Bone and Hair von Guntram. Don't feel obliged to help them in their harebrained schemes. Next time they can be quite persistent and persuasive. That's we saw the other side of that from Jero. Across the table, Rose Goodwill and a beautiful woman pouring wine for Cynthia Seville. Rose Goodwill turns to a beautiful woman and smiles. Oh wait, does it keep them in? No, because the Jero stuff's not kept in. So I actually don't know why this is included in this one, because Jeremiah's not mentioned. I'm expecting anything else to be here. What happened to the faded photograph? Did you put it down? Or where was that? That was in the veranda. Yes. Yeah, okay. So we haven't, I think that's still there in the, although I guess, like, if I do this, nothing. But it's not been moved. I guess nobody's holding it? Is that the idea? I don't know. I think, yeah, there's definitely something to be said about, like, kind of magical mechanics in that, like, there's just inherently, like, unless the rules are really spelled out, it's gonna feel a bit, like I'm unsure anytime I use it. It's like, oh, the magical mechanic, if I can focus on an item and get a partial thing, it's always going to feel a bit like, I know the thing up here has like it kind of explains it a little bit, but like not like the full detail of it. Like in Golden Idol, there is magic. There are magical elements, but the system is kind of explained to you, and it's like, well, as long as you can trust the system, you can just go along with that. But like the system is explained to you in detail. There's not like much like, I don't quite get how this works or whatever. I mean, there probably is a bit of that to some degree. There's a hint section now. Interesting. Okay. We'll try not to use it though. Hopefully we won't need it. Maybe we'll continue next time. We can't get this until we've got Vitalina's surname. And it did say girlfriend. She's not Vitalina Bone. Oh, sorry, Bonfire. That's what it was. I don't think you can even... No, you can pick it again. But you're not, right? Yeah, okay. And you're definitely not the other surname. So you've got another surname that we don't have yet, and it'll be a Russian surname. Okay. We'll continue next time and see what we can poke at. Okay, now that I'm realizing that like I can follow some of the items where they were going, I can like do a bit more, I guess. Yeah, I already did the Biohazard sample here. So the pearls will do the same thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm understanding things, but I can't actually do the scene until I know the surname. So I guess let's hope we can figure that out next time. Yeah, I'll see you then and see if that happens. All right, goodbye.